Welcome back for episode 3 of Calvary Youth Podcast. It's myself, Brandon, and I'm joined with
Chantel
Price.
Boy, that was so funny.
Bet, let's go.
The Calvary Youth Podcast.
And today we have a couple of guests with us, and we have Ethan and James.
Tell us, how did you meet each other? What's your love story?
What's your love story?
How far back do you
Trip
want?
down memory lane.
From the beginning.
In the beginning.
Talking like Genesis.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after he messed up, we met like, you want to get started grade 8 for you?
Yeah, it was grade 8. It was grade 8.
So,
What's that?
Are you the same grade?
no.
Okay, so for context, Ethan is 17. He's in grade 12. I'm in grade 11, 16.
Okay.
And Ethan will tell the story how we met.
Yeah, so we're at a little place called Gents Camp, which is where we do our youth camps.
Yeah, nice.
And I was in grade 9, so he was grade 8. September Gents 2021.
Oh? You guys don't know
You
that
have to be
reference.
there.
You guys don't know it.
But,
Continue,
yeah,
sorry.
and like it's just an all boys camp, grade 7 to 10. And then like there's all the leaders and stuff. And it was on my last night of camp, like we do epic worship, bonfire. And afterwards, like it was like 11:30 or 12 p.m. And I see these like 3 like pretty minuscule guys playing.
I was not that tiny.
Oh,
Damn, bro.
changed.
What it is.
Like
For the people listening, Ethan's like 7'3".
compared to James, but yeah. But yeah, we were playing they were playing table tennis or something. And it was like I've never had anything to do with these like 3 guys. So it's like it might be worthwhile like saying hello, having a game. So I kind of walked up. I don't know what he was thinking because we would do.
Okay, he's big and he's scary, all right?
So
That's what I
whatever
was
he
thinking.
said is like, yes, I'm going to do
I
that.
was out. I almost ran, but I
Yeah.
must have been the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, that's so good.
And then like fast forward, didn't really have much to do with him for like another year or 2. Like that was just like first sight.
Damn.
We were in
harsh.
band together, and that's like about it.
Yeah,
We chatted every now and then, but we were never close friends.
He's
So you
over
guys go to
playing
the
it.
same school?
We do
Yeah.
go to the same
Oh,
school.
cool. What school is that?
NCC, but
Oh, okay. I like
Yeah.
that. So that's sticking apparently.
There it is.
yeah. So grade 10 September, so Gents Camp 2022 was yeah. That's what
I'm going to get sick of that so soon.
yeah. So like this time it was like those 3. So there was James, Jai, and Zach, the same guys from like 2 years ago, and all their little siblings. So they were in grade 8 at the time, and they were like what 10, 15-ish grade 8s, like too many.
There was a lot. We
Like
got
all
a
from
lot
our
of
school
brothers.
in grade 8. They're not all their siblings, like their immediate siblings
Yeah.
and their friends.
Yep.
And so we were all in the same cabin, which is like hectic. So it's like the big A-frames at the campsite.
Damn, I don't know.
What? You know the campsite. It's where you do youth camp.
Oh, is it the same?
Yeah.
Is it the same place? Oh,
Yeah.
well, I didn't
I
know that.
reckon every single youth camp on the Sunshine Coast goes to this campsite.
Oh, more than the coast, like Gateway.
Everywhere.
Gateway.
But yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, so we were there. We were in a big A-frame. It was all NCC boys. And I was one of the leaders who was like, because I was grade 11, so I was an ass, which is assistant leader.
Wait,
so
what?
sorry.
So for the gents camp, right? Like, what age group is it?
What
That's
were
right.
you?
We're moving on.
I can come back to it if you'd like.
No, that's
Okay,
all right.
we can revisit that.
Praise the Lord.
It was grade 7 to
Who
10
came
boys.
up with that? Assistant.
It's stuck for years.
Okay.
And so if you're an ass, you're an assistant leader.
Damn. What a
It's
thing to
short
call
for
a leader.
assistant. You guys are making it weird.
I don't know what they're thinking, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, swiftly
Yeah.
moving
And then
on.
like it's actual leaders. And
So wait, you're in grade 11 and you're an assistant.
Yeah, 11 and 12 are
Okay.
assistant. It's like your discipleship program.
So it goes
that's
from
awesome.
what age group is it? Like it tens. So you're a leader, right? But it's like grade
So
7 to
10 are like
10.
campers.
Right.
11 and 12 are asses. And then... and 11 and 12 are
Let's not
assistant
mention
leaders.
it again.
Yeah. Let's just
And
go with it.
yeah, like you guys do like all the setup, carry over boxes, like do thousands of water balloons. Like you wake up every morning at like 6 to make your leader a coffee. So then when you go to your leaders meeting at 6:30.
I think we should implement
Yeah,
that
I
for next
agree.
year.
I
No,
received this.
it's
Oh,
servant
really?
leadership on steroids.
Yeah, pretty
Levi,
much.
take
But
some
you
notes.
learn a lot
We
from
should-
it.
Yeah, Levi's been there. It's good.
Oh, God.
But yeah, it's cool. And so I was there, and like because like blue card stuff. So when the actual leaders went to have a shower, like they all had to go because otherwise it'd be like one leader and a bunch of kids.
You're right.
So they all went, and I was stuck with like all the monkeys.
Me.
And so there's him and a bunch of other NCC lads, which is like fun and all. Like it's normally hard to like quiet down a bunch of kids, but the hard part is they all know each other, so they had no problems jumping on each other, like
Right.
doing other things. And like it was tough because I had to keep them quiet because like there's other cabins who are trying to sleep and stuff. You know, like youth camp type vibes.
Yeah.
Sounds similar.
But yeah, it's about that was my first experience really, like having to wrangle.
Yeah,
the guys.
and we kind of just got close over that camp. We started talking because he kind of had to because he was our cabin
Yeah.
leader.
Yeah, nice.
You're in that talking phase for about a year and a
Talking
half.
phase.
Yeah, so-
Yeah,
Right.
that's right. It's so romantic, honestly.
Yeah. And
And the rest is history.
So
we reached our first milestone
Yeah.
where last night at camp I was like, man, this is awesome. Like chatting with like because like the whole point of the camp is like it's trying to grow you as a Christian man. Like because a lot of like church and like youth settings is like trying to grow you as a Christian. But this is like 5-6 days dedicated to just like specifically Christian manhood, which is like pretty cool and pretty special. So but we're like, this is like what sucks. We're leaving it. Like, you know, youth camp high and then it goes down kind of thing. You were like, but wait, we got like 20% of camp. Because like about 20 of us or so all up. And camp was like maybe 80, 85 like people. So we're like, we're taking so much of camp back to school with us. Like, why don't we do it?
yeah.
So that's kind of how like we had our first milestone of making a little connect group.
Yeah.
Very
So
cool.
you guys,
Yeah.
like it was like a leadership camp and you both go to the same school.
Yeah.
So aside from James working in a trade and Ethan playing basketball, you both run a connect group in your school, right?
Yeah.
And
We do.
that takes a step of leadership, right? Can you just like talk about that? So you said it started at this camp
Yeah.
and you kind of brought it back into your school. Like how did that come about and whose idea was that?
We are so blessed to go to an amazing school.
Yeah.
And we already had a couple of connect groups in place. And we really didn't want to interfere with them because
Yeah.
they were doing amazing work. But we really felt like it was very important to talk to the boys of the school and teach them how to be good Christian men because that's what we've learned through Gents Camp. So we thought, let's go into our school. We'll start a little group. We only wanted to start small because we already had these connect groups. Like let's start by just talking to the boys about being good men.
Yep.
So we went out.
Do we talk about a night where we actually like
The night.
because that's
This is an awesome story. So the night we got it, Ethan, he knows it better than me, but he was talking to a couple of his assistant leader friends.
Actual leaders.
And actual leaders.
Yeah.
Passed the idea with them. They thought it was great. So he was like, okay, I'll go to James and talk about it. So we're walking up at nighttime to go brush our teeth. And he's like, hey, James, let's start a boys connect group.
Was this at camp? Sorry.
This was at the
James?
camp,
So you
sorry.
know, if there's a toilets, like you got a hall on your left, toilets on your right. We're walking up a path on there.
You're right.
So you guys know where we're at.
Yeah,
story.
the listener probably doesn't. He was giving weird hand signals.
No, they can visualize it.
So we were walking to the toilets and Ethan ran it past me. I thought it was a great idea. Went into the bathroom. Jai and Zach, two of our other good mates, they were brushing their teeth. So
Yeah.
over brushing teeth, we planned a whole scheme on how we're going to run out this connect group, which was awesome. Great testimony now. But
Yeah, scheme sounds nefarious, but it wasn't that bad.
it is no. We passed it by a couple of teachers and they were on board.
Yeah.
And we thought that we just got to get it rolling.
Yeah. Awesome.
We knew that we really wanted to do this. We knew that God had spoken to us through this, and we just wanted to get it rolling because we didn't want to wait because we thought it was so powerful.
Yeah.
So we at this point it was term 3 or term 4?
4.
It was term 4. So it was almost the end of the school year. There was only about 4 weeks left. And we're like, oh no, we're gonna do all this cool stuff, and school's gonna end, and it'll not be worth it. But we decided to push forward. We really wanted the first week to be good.
Yeah.
So we thought if the first week's good, people get hooked
Yep.
and they'll keep coming back.
Nice.
And that kind of, it bogged us down for a bit. So like, we've got to make this first week great. We've got to do everything we can to do it perfectly. Reached a point where we couldn't keep procrastinating.
Yeah.
It wasn't doing any good for the school. So we just went ahead with it. Ethan might remember what we did on the first week, but I actually, I
so
it was so good, guys, that I forgot about it.
we finished the camp like so it was like week 1 September, and then we'd maybe started to connect like week 3. Like had to chat with some key teachers and got it down. First week, I think we played tail tag. Like
Tail tag.
Yeah.
Can you explain what? I'm sorry.
do you
What
want a
is tail
demonstration?
tag?
Or?
No, thank you.
Not a demonstration.
That is
I just an
alright.
explanation would be.
It's
Sum it
like
up.
it's
In
like
profile.
normal tag, but instead of tagging their body. You got Oz tag
Tag their
sashes.
tail? What?
You got to grab
yeah.
their Oz
You know
tag
the
sash,
Oz
the little
tag
tail.
thingies?
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
tuck it in like in a tail type position.
Okay.
And then-
Okay.
It was good fun.
Glad
It
I
was,
didn't
it was
give the
lots of fun.
demonstration.
I'm with you now. Okay.
Yeah.
You just set up like a coned area and just like, okay, just go hunt. And like you just throw them out there.
Yeah, nice.
And it's like a free for all. And that's easy because we could
Yeah.
have 5 people or like 50.
Yeah,
and you just
true.
need sashes. It's super easy to run.
Yeah, awesome.
And we actually didn't have enough sashes. I can remember you
We ran out
off.
of sashes.
And he
I had
ran
to
off.
sprint like 500 meters to our school
Stadium.
sports shed to try and get more
Yeah.
sashes.
Good thing he's a regional.
So
Right.
how many people did you like have rock up on your first connect? That's
week
what I'm curious
Would
about.
have been like low 30s or something.
would have been about, yeah.
Your
about
first
30.
connect.
You say
First
that
connect.
like that's
Yeah,
not a
that's
lot of
like,
people.
oh, you'll
It
get
was
to it, Ants.
amazing. We were
30s.
so
Yeah.
Low 30s for
happy.
first connect is crazy.
Because like we knew we'd have at least like 15ish because like from just for grade 9s grade 8s at the time we talked to they'd already at camp. They were like, oh, we'll come along for it.
Yeah, awesome.
Show up. But it was good. I couldn't tell you what grade our numbers were from, but it was mostly 9s,
Yeah.
grade 8s. I mean, a few 11s because you roped some of your mates into it.
Yeah, for those listening, our school has lots of really bought in Christians, and we're very blessed to have that. So when we started this connect, we went out and we spoke to all the boys that we knew were good Christians, and we tried to get them bought in. We're
Yeah.
like, we really want to get this started, and we need your help. Can you
Yeah,
please
that's
come along
awesome.
and support us through this? So as Ethan said, when we first started, we're like, we're going to have 15
Yeah.
boys. Because we already had 15 boarding Christians that we'd gone out and we'd asked to be part of this.
Yeah.
That's a real strength of a connect because
Really,
Yeah.
really.
pretty much I'd say every like strong Christian boy at the school is at Tuesday lunch is on the oval with us. So
Yeah.
it gives us like so much reach like
Definitely.
through like
Yeah.
grades and like ideas, like input. Like we do like some pretty big scale stuff.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it without that many boarding guys.
Yeah.
So what's your core team look like? How many do you have?
Man, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings
So,
here.
so Ethan is our benevolent dictator.
Yeah, I like that.
Ethan, he doesn't admit it, but he is the leader because he's in grade 12. He's the oldest of us, and he's tight with the teachers. He gets their approval and
He's
whatnot.
tight with the teachers.
He
Someone's
is.
gotta
He
be.
really
Well, you
is.
know, rapport is good.
Exactly. So there'd be Ethan. I help out. There's Jai and
Zach, they
and Zach.
started it.
They started, as I mentioned, and for the first few weeks, we were the group of 4.
First, like term 4, it was really just us. Like,
Yeah.
Wait, so for those listening, Jai was on our previous episode.
was.
Curly
And
hair.
is this the same Zach that Jai invited?
Yeah.
It
that
is.
gave his
Exact same
heart
guy.
to the Lord, and now his whole family comes to church.
Yes.
Yeah.
Such a
So
good praise
cool.
report.
Nice.
So Jai and Zach were really bought in for that first term.
and then now, like skip forward another 3 terms, like our extended team would be like what? We'd have Malachi, we'd have another, I'm not
round
gonna
them
name
all
everyone
off.
because if I miss someone, it's gonna be crazy. But we have another like 5 or 6 like grade 11s who are like
Leading,
seriously
helping
bought in.
lead.
Like they don't do the planning side of it as much, but like as far as like running games, like hands and feet of a connect, like
Yeah.
they're out there.
Yeah,
And then we
wow.
got another grade 12 or 2
So
who are bought in.
You guys started with like 30 people.
Yeah.
On your first
We did.
connect. And how long has that been running for? And how many like people like are you seeing attend now? Like
Yes.
as far as I'm aware, like it's more than 30. As far as I'm aware, but
An interesting story. Start of this year. So we finished Connect last year, and,
Yep.
and we had fairly even numbers. We might have dipped to about
We
20.
probably peaked the first week.
We peaked the first week,
As it
okay?
goes.
Because as we said, we really wanted the first week to be
Yeah,
good.
of
Yeah.
course.
And then, of
I'll jump in
course,
on one thing.
Yeah,
Well,
you
at
can
that
jump in.
break, we also went around and invited every boy in the school.
Yeah.
Like we didn't like sit on our hands. So Tuesday morning, no, what did we start on a Tuesday? Like, well, it doesn't matter. Morning tea, we went around and like asked like pairs of 2 because evangelism's scary on your own. And we asked like, oh wait, come along at lunch. It's gonna be sick. And like it worked. Like we had some randoms come along.
yeah,
But-
if I can give some advice, what we found to be the most effective way to get people involved is to ask them personally.
Yeah.
So you can put as many notices you want in the school notices. You can announce it at chapel and school assemblies. But the moment you go to someone personally, whether it's at a lunch
Yeah.
break or after school,
Yeah.
and you ask them, hey, we've got a Connect running on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Can you please come along? Food, good times. We'll be talking about Christianity. Then that seed is planted even further,
Right,
and,
yeah.
and they
That's good.
start to get interested because you've shown that you're passionate about it, that you're passionate
Yeah.
enough to ask them, and they're like, okay, there must be something in it. I'll come along too.
Cool.
So that when we started, we really found that was such an effective way
Yeah.
to get people involved, is to go out into school and ask them personally if they're interested.
And from doing those one-on-one conversations, how have you found, because obviously, like you mentioned at the beginning, like it's really rooted in the relationships and the relationships
100%.
and conversations that you've had one-on-one, which is discipleship and strengthening your own leadership within that. So when it comes to like looking at not just running a lunchtime hang, looking at it from a discipleship perspective, what's your approach? Like, how do you guys come at it?
I'm pretty intentional about it because like, so Jens runs Easter in September. And like when I went there to ask, because I'm
Jen's camp for reference, the camp that we were talking about earlier.
What's the slogan for it? The sound effect?
Oh,
There you go.
no, yeah,
You, James.
But like we have no idea what we're doing. We're kids. So like one thing I'm really intentional about is asking guys who do know what they're doing. So like I try to have a few key mentors in my life. So my uncle's a pastor and I chat to
awesome.
him about all of this, gives me ideas. And there's this other guy from Jen's camp, like who's like really passionate about connect groups. And he was like, the most important thing you can do as a grade 12 is find 3 key leaders and spend a lot of time sowing into them.
Yeah, awesome.
So that was like the second phase of our love story. I picked him.
it's just keeps on building.
No, but,
wow.
Yeah, that's pretty easy. Like,
That's really encouraging because like, you know, like in Matthew 28, like we read about like Jesus talks about the Great Commission. Go out and make disciples and baptize them in the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Like you guys are doing that. Like you guys are going out in your school, stepping out in boldness, like in choosing to disciple people.
Yeah.
And I think that's evident like through you, James, like how you said, like you intentionally go out and invite people. Like you guys are both part of Connects and it's cool to see that you guys have gone from attending those Connects to like, cool, I want to take a step further. I want to lead a Connect in my school.
Yeah.
Like that's really encouraging. And for those people who might be listening who are like, oh, like, do I start a Connect or not?
Yep.
It's like, I'll just say run with it. Like
Just
these
do it.
boys have done exactly that. Like, and you know, like the fruit from it can be
yeah,
like
it's crazy.
amazing. As far as I'm concerned, like some of the stories I've heard come from your Connect is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
But it's also an example of how it's not just there's not just one mold to it. There's not just one
100%.
box that
Ours
it
is
looks
so
like.
different to
Yeah, 100%.
everything.
And I don't know, but if that was a part of the whole vision of like, I don't want it to be like every
Yeah, it
other
was.
thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like you exampled that in the way that it's like you're clearly discipleship, relationship focused rather than, to put a word to it, service focused.
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
and so you're making sure that it's high engagement so that it's like you're bringing them in and then you have those conversations and you can sow in that kind of way.
Could have said it better.
It's like
And I ran
like Izzy and Eliza who were here on the first episode.
Yeah.
Like your Connect looks way different to what how they've
totally.
run theirs,
Ridiculously
right?
different.
It's like and
Yeah.
you're reaching a crowd that's different to Izzy and Eliza. Like they run like girl Connects, like
Girl Connects.
female Connects.
Girl
I don't know,
Connects.
Girl
No,
Connects.
girls
I don't
are
know what
different.
do.
Girls are different to
We all
boys.
paint our nails and
Paint
scream.
nails, like make friendship
Is she
like
wrong?
bracelets.
I'm kidding. We don't.
Say like Jesus. I
Sorry,
love
Izzy.
you.
Izzy's in the audience, the live audience. Love you.
But, like,
it's not
your
like
Connect
that. It's
is-
really good. Go to Connects. Go to Izzy's
Rock up
Connect.
like a million highlighters.
Sponsored
Highlight
by
every
Izzy.
word in the
Izzy's
Bible.
Connect.
Girls
Anyways,
Anyway, but it's like your Connect looks way different, right?
Yeah, it
So
does.
like for you guys, like when you're running Connect, like structurally, like what are some things like you're
yeah.
intentional about, like including in what you do at your Connect? Sorry,
Like run it through simply. How do you like
We've
when
got,
you're
like,
planning it? What does it look like?
three key things that we use to like kind of guide every decision we make.
Cool.
So we
Yeah.
want Gents Connect to be a place where boys can like grow in fellowship, like as men, like with
Yep.
each other. So it's like
Awesome.
growing in relationships and growing in like fruits. The second one is like witness authentic Christianity. Like I think especially the Christian school, Christianity gets like a bad rap, like because you do Christian living, it's just like learn the theory. You go to chapel, it's just do the thing, stand up, sit down, to the
Yep.
left, to the right. Like it's not. And then the third one was like we can see like witnessing authentic Christianity, like we're a gateway drug. Like we're trying to get people into a church. Like they come for the games.
Wow.
No, I've been using this for like 6 months. It's good.
yeah.
And like it's cool. We get
It's just hilarious.
we get them hooked on the faith, and then we get them into like church.
Yeah.
Because like they come for the games, they come for the food. They're safe for the vibes. They're safe for the Lord.
Yeah.
So on.
Yeah.
Don't
The
take
third
drugs,
one
kids.
is
Don't
like,
take drugs.
yeah.
some more wise advice from
Yeah, come on,
James.
And then, like,
James.
third thing is they're trying to grow and like equip people to be leaders.
Yeah.
Because like it's not sustainable if I like run it all and then I leave, it falls apart. So like everything
Yeah.
I do, I
Yeah.
try and get James and the others
exactly.
in on it so they can grow in skills.
That's what I did want to mention. I'm like the fact that you're both in different grades is actually such an asset.
100%.
Because I'm like, you've graduated this year,
and
it's not like you're throwing someone into the deep end. It's like you've brought, like, you and James have worked together in partnership, like running this Connect. And it's like you're leaving it in good hands for James to take on. And by the sense of, like you said, you've got a couple other key guys.
It's gonna be an upgrade.
So it's like this is gonna be like a Connect that hopefully we see around like for years, right?
That's
and
what
it's
we're praying
like
for.
I just find that super encouraging. The fact that like you're doing this together and it's gonna be in good hands.
Yeah. Like the longevity of it. What was your plan in terms of what?
I have like a 10-year plan. But
Because there's a plan, there's a logistical plan, there's the spiritual plan of like, obviously you're going to step out of it. So like, what are your thoughts on like keeping
I'll
the
take
longevity
this one because Ethan will talk for 10 minutes.
So 10-year plan.
Yeah.
Are we talking like logistical plan or?
Logistical, spiritual, walk us through both.
Okay, so Ethan's going to graduate at the end of this year.
Bye-bye, Ethan.
Bye-bye, Ethan. Bye-bye. He's in grade 12. And we've planned for us group of grade 11s, so me, Jai, Zach, the other boys, to take on the Connect and try and continue to grow it.
Yep, awesome.
And where a big focus for us is to create disciples.
Yep.
So we're current leaders, but a huge focus of us is to create tomorrow's leaders.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we've already started that with my brother, Jai's brother, our siblings. They're all in grade 9 currently.
Yeah, awesome.
So when I graduate school, they'll be in grade 11. And everything could change. God moves a lot. But I mean, we've envisioned that those current grade 9s will take on the Connect and they'll continue to grow it and create new disciples. And over the years, it will just continue to be passed down.
And one thing like we do, like, it's not like it's one thing to say like we think these guys will do it in like 2 or 3 years. We're actually like trying to upskill them like now.
Yes.
So like one thing we do is like we call it like our mentoring and menteeing. So we've got about like maybe 10 or so senior school guys, so 10, 11, 12, who like were keen to be mentors. And we asked for grade 9s who would be keen to be menteed. And so that's kind of like a relationship of like, it's like imitate me as I imitate Christ. Yeah. Like how Paul had like Timothy. And like, there's so many, you can see in the Bible, men like raising men kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we just went along with it. And this term we've launched it. And so like, I've got a little grade 9. He's got a grade 9. We meet up.
Jackson.
Yeah. We meet up like more than teams, like individually. We just chat about like, life, like struggles, successes, like just trying to help each other grow.
Yeah.
And the other thing we've done was like, we kind of like pushed them onto making like a junior school Connect.
Yeah.
So like, though I've talked to all the heads of school, they're the people who actually like run it. So they get all that skill. Like they're gonna have, by the time they hit grade 12, they'll have had 3 years of running a Connect group.
Well, your brother runs
he's a part of it.
the primary school Connect, correct?
Exactly.
Which is like awesome. The fact that like you're at the same school running a primary school Connect. When those boys graduate, like primary school, they have a Connect they can step right into.
Yeah, that's the plan.
In high school, right? Like, and that's talking about that longevity you mentioned. Like that's, I don't know how many years that is.
We got 6 at least. If you look at Lakeland.
A lot of years, but like all those boys are getting discipled each and every year. And it's like we read about like in the Bible, like Jesus had 12 disciples, but he had like 3.
Yeah.
Like his 3 close ones who like the names Peter.
Sorry,
help me, Sean.
Phased out. What were we talking about?
Oh, she phased out. That's great.
We get what you're
what I'm saying is like you're raising up people like leaders to go and lead this Connect afterwards. And then even then you're having leaders in your Connect right now who are leading other people like,
like,
you know, and I don't know what else.
We can't talk about like a mentoring triangle. Like someone's mentoring you, then you're mentoring someone else. Like it should flow on. Like you're getting wisdom from someone older and you're passing it on. So that way like everyone's being discipled.
Yeah.
So that's kind of our model.
Awesome.
But it's awesome to see like the two perspectives on everything of like you guys wanting to make sure that there's those private one-on-one conversations where you can really sow into them, but then also doing the big picture
like,
thing where it's like literally we're looking at 10 years here. We want to make sure that the people who aren't even in high school yet are being carried up and carried into the house and knowing who he is and understanding that. And you guys are doing a really awesome thing. And you're definitely allowing people to see not just even like Connect groups, but discipleships in a new light, which I think is so encouraging for everyone.
And you're changing your school. Like that school's like I've been around like a couple of times. I get to come visit every so often. That school's way different to what it was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
You guys are doing something incredible.
Yeah.
I was wondering, James, can you pray for us?
Yeah,
we're going to
please.
close now, but please close in prayer. That'd be awesome.
All right. Okay. Dear God, I just I thank you for everyone here today, Lord. I thank you that you've given us this opportunity to share some wisdom, to speak to the people out there, Lord. I pray that you'll move in people's hearts, Lord.
Yeah.
That those people who have thoughts about starting a School Connect group, Lord, that you'll continue to sow that seed, Lord, and that they'll have the courage to just go for it. Because that's what it takes. It takes a leap of faith to just go for it, Lord. Lord, I pray that you continue to move in the people around us, Lord. You'll move in my school, you move in the other schools, Lord, and that you continue to show yourself to new people and really change lives. Pray this in your mighty name. Amen.
Amen. Well, it's been a pleasure to have you guys on.
Good to be here.
Thank you so much. Let's give them a round of applause. Well, for all of our listeners, and if you're watching this digitally, who knows? We will see you for our next episode, and we are so make sure to like and subscribe and to follow and to click the push notifications and to click the bell, and also actually please comment if you guys have any questions. Please. I'm going to say this in a not weird way. Slide into our DMs, ask us questions.
Whoa, okay.
No, come on. I prefaced.
I would have said just...
We want to be a part of the journey that you're going on. So please, if you have any questions, ask away. We're here to help. But yeah, we'll see you next time. Peace out.
Good.
Sick.